And welcome back to the pacing segment. Our special guest on this tonight's show of Racing, Pacing, Chasing. We're joined by Brodie Webster. Welcome, Brodie.
Thanks, mate. Thanks for having me.
No, pleasure. And reason you come in tonight, you are about to jet off this time next week. You'll be on a plane to New Zealand to represent South Australia in the 2019 Australasian Young Drivers Championship. And what a thrill, not only for yourself, but it's going to be a great experience.
Yeah, fantastic, and just honoured to have the privilege to be able to go and represent SA. And I just hope we can do us proud and get a win over there, or at least have some bit of fun and do the representation justice.
And I reckon one of the last ones to go to New Zealand, in fact the last one to go, was your brother Jake to New Zealand when last time the series was held there. So quite a good honour for the family as well.
Yeah, it's awesome. I remember Jake telling me early days when I got my licence that if you were lucky enough to go on a drivers' championship, if you got New Zealand, you'd have a ball of fun. So I'm very excited.
We'll go through the program and we'll get to it in a minute. But yourself, you've had 710 drives in your short career today. Only sort of driven 6 seasons. 62 winners, 161 places. You're just certainly right amongst it. And probably, we've been saying on the show in recent weeks, you've been scoring well in the actually drive of the weeks, because I reckon you're driving Port Pirie as well as you've ever driven it. And I think you're probably driving in career best form, we'd say, certainly on the show. And no better time to go to New Zealand for the series.
Yeah, I think that at the end of last season and coming into this season, I probably am, like you say, driving as good as I have and probably as good as I can. I struggle a little bit just because I can only drive one time a week, so you get limited time to be out on the track and constantly, getting better at your craft and stuff like that. But hopefully I can carry in a bit of form into New Zealand.
Yeah, and you're having some good success up at Port Pirie. That's been a good track for you as well. You don't want to travel a bit when you can?
Yeah, when I can, and I say every time I get an interview how grateful I am for the Tatulis and stuff like that are up there, and Dale Appert and stuff like that put me on, and generally they have horses that are around the mark, like your Toss-Ups and of course Great Maverick that's been in good form lately, and it makes it a hell of a lot easier when you can drive horses that are, anywhere from $2 to $6 sort of thing on the tote. It gives you a good chance to get a winner.
And we talk about you say only when you get a chance, because you are trying to balance the driving with your study in your last year, or moving into your last year of veterinary science. And that's been certainly very time consuming for yourself, but very rewarding at the same time. So you're soon going to have to make a decision, I suppose, whether it's driving.
Yeah.
We won't talk about that before the series, we'll leave that. But there'll come a time where you're going to get very busy with your career. But just tell us a bit about that juggling act now.
Yeah, look, it's very tricky. I mean, the hours that they demand at you at vet school are unreal. I was just talking to a med student the other day, and he couldn't believe the exams we had to sit and the hours that we do at the campus. So trying to do that with horses is great, because how good would it be to be able to be a driver and be a vet? But you're 100% right. It sort of is one or the other. You can't be good at both things, unfortunately. So at the moment I'm getting through, but I'm heading into final year. Yeah. And that gets proper busy. So.
And we're going to talk about that the other day on the track. You've got to be on call next year at some stage, and you can't be a certain distance away from the clinic at Roseworthy.
So every second week you've got to be within 10 k's of the clinic all weekend. So heading to Port Pirie might be out of the question.
That's right. Get a plane back quickly. But just talking a little bit about your vet before we go into the Australasian Young Drivers Championship. But you're doing a fair bit of work experience at the moment with 2 very good vets in Toby Ryan and Dr. Dan Sims as well. So Toby's very renowned in the harness racing industry, and obviously Dan Sims tied up his own business, Equus Veterinary Services, and tied up with McAvoy Mitchell. So you're getting great exposure there at a young age.
Yeah, and they're both great mentors. I mean, I'm getting closer and closer with Dan as I progress through my career, and partly because I was lucky enough to head over to Newmarket, as you know, a few months ago.
And he's only a young vet himself as well. Yeah.
Exactly, he's only a few years older than me, and he went to Newmarket and got a taste of really what being a racehorse vet's all about. And to come back here and share that experience and get his knowledge and stuff like that's awesome. And like you say, I'm spending some good time with them, and then Toby, who's doing all the trotters and the paces, which is what I've grown up with, and it's great to spend time with him too.
And when did you make that decision, like what stage in your life that you wanted to be a vet? I know your brother, and we'll pot him on the show, but I know he wanted to, but was never smart enough. We'll say that.
Definitely not smart enough from what I've seen, trust me.
So when did you go, I'll put my hand up on behalf of the family, I'll be the successful one?
Yeah, look,
That's not saying he's not. No, we'll stir him up on the show.
He's doing good. Yeah. But no, look, you're 100% right. So when I was younger, Dad and Mum had worked their bums off to send us to a good school, and in return to that, we sort of just wanted to, they just wanted us to have a good job and stuff like that and a good life. But as you know, it's a lot of hardship in trotting, and the rule was that you can do as much as you want with trots, but you just have to try and get a job that will pay the bills week after week after week.
Yes.
And you know, when I was younger, I wasn't that into the horses when I was young. It took me sort of till I was probably 15 to really actually enjoy driving horses. I was more interested in driving tractors and motorbikes and stuff like that. And that's when I thought, well, hang on, what sort of combines both of them to continue the horses, which is, you know, in the blood and love it. And then, like you say, have a reliable income that will pay the bill. So that was the answer.
And it's been very strong in your family background, the horse background for
Definitely,
many years.
yeah.
So, you know, we had Jake on our first episode. We're 12 episodes in, and we've got yourself now. So maybe just recap briefly.
Don't talk about that episode. I drove one terrible after that.
We're trying not to jinx it anyway. You know, maybe just the brief family background of how you got in, because the Webster name's so synonymous with not only probably racing but horses in general.
Yeah, briefly. So Dickie's obviously my grandpa, and Dad trained with Jeffrey for a long time, and they had their stable out at Angevale for a fair while, beginning at Clemsing and moved out there. And then unfortunately when Sam passed away, Jeffrey sort of understandably had to get out of SA for a little while and sort of get away from it all, so he went there, and Dad had a good break. So we had nothing to do with horses for a long time. I remember Jake was out jogging horses with Ray Fewings and Bronte Giorgio when he had his junior driver claim. And then after that, we obviously teamed up with you out at Gawler, and then backed off to a smaller team, just mucking around with a few at home. We've got a treadmill, head down to the beach when we can, and then head to the track as well, and just sort of juggle it between the three of us. It's been good fun so far. So.
And you got a new one for the stable stepping out this week, so the horse obviously under your brother's name, but there's a new one.
We have
West
Star Sam, drawing the fence, so the pressure's on for Jake, but you know, he should go alright, so hopefully we can have some fun.
First up from New Zealand, so, and he's building you're both building a good little team there, so
it's good fun.
Certainly some fun to be had. But let's talk a little bit about the Australasian Young Drivers Championship. So you fly out Thursday the 5th of December, you're gone for all of sort of 9 days, and you know, with that, so on the 7th you have your first drive at Addington, which will be an amazing experience, and no doubt you're looking forward to getting there. Then on the 8th you drive at Mount Hutt Raceway, Methison, sorry the pronunciation there.
I'll let you do the pronunciation.
Then on the 10th we go to Manawatu.
Grass track
there. On the 11th, I like this one, rest day, because
well required, I think.
Well required.
After race activities.
There'll be a few of these. I've been on one myself in Sydney, and they're wild, to say the least. But you're back up then again at Manawatu on the 12th, Auckland on the 13th. Amazing, looking a bit.
I'm very excited to drive there.
Yeah, Alexandra Park, and then on the 14th, that's the night of the Inter-Dominion final, and you just, you know, you get to enjoy the night and probably have a few more beverages, and sit back and watch the very best.
And take it in and see the good horses.
The very best of Australasia
right,
go around, you know, and you're going to see the likes of Mark Purdon and Natalie Rasmussen, the All-Stars team go up close, and probably throughout your trip you'll probably get to visit their facility.
It's good to see their stable, that's right. Yeah.
That'll be an amazing experience. So that's you've got a busy week coming up, you know, busy period coming up there, and I'm no doubt looking forward to it.
Yeah, I can't wait as well, and like I say, I'm just grateful that I got to go. So hopefully we have some fun.
Hopefully do better than your brother.
Yeah, well, fingers crossed. He's been on a few though. So
he did try and claim that he beat Dexter Dunn in the series.
He did. I didn't see the races though. So how do you know?
But anyway, what out of that Addington or Auckland, where are you looking to drive? Most looking forward to driving.
Probably Auckland. You know, Addington will be fantastic, but just Auckland, because I think the hype will be there. You know what I mean? It's the night before the Inter-Dominion, and then just experiencing the Inter-Dominion at a track like that with the crowds that they're expected to get, I think will be exciting as well.
And your HRA announced today that the first Australian young driver home will represent Australia in the Young Drivers Championship in Sweden. Is that correct?
Yeah, so in Sweden I think it's called the Golden Watch or something like that, which is their junior driver equivalent. And in 2020, it's in December I think it is, or something like that. Whoever comes, you know, highest on the leaderboard for Australians.
So you can run fourth because there's 3 Kiwis.
There's 3 Kiwis, so you know an Aussie can still run fourth with 3 Kiwis ahead of him, and get the opportunity to go over to Solvala and race over there, which. I've been there. It's an amazing track, so that'd be awesome.
No, certainly plenty of more beers and food over there. But anyway, let's go through. Well, before you go, we can't let you get away with it. 10 questions in 60 seconds. So quick answers. Best horse seen?
Blacks are fake.
Best horse trainer. We'll include that with your brother as well.
Yeah, Gallifrey mistake. So.
Best trainer seen?
I like Jeffrey. You know, I like Jeff.
Yeah. Best driver seen?
Best driver, Gav Lane.
Hardest driver driven against?
Oh, that's tricky. That's either Jake when you're running 9th and he's trying to get you home, But in SA, horse drivers that I drive with every week, probably Rozzy, Ryan Hutt-Horrid.
Yeah. Biggest race you've won?
I haven't won anything other than a $7,000 race, so that doesn't count.
Race you most want to win?
SA Cup, for sure.
Best track driven on?
Melbourne.
Why?
Just the banking on the turns and stuff like that. We haven't got anything like that in SA.
And we asked your brother this, gloves yes or no?
No way in hell would I wear gloves.
Not allowed to now.
Not allowed to.
Anyway, but no, Brody, thanks for joining us tonight, and certainly all the best over in New Zealand as you represent South Australia. Fly the flag for us and try and do what some of us haven't done for many years, and that is win the series.
That'd be unreal. Hopefully we can. Thanks for having me.
All the best, mate.
Cheers.
And we'll be back with the chasing segment shortly after the break.